Hey guys, so we have a very special guest today. Today with us is Volodymyr Novosadov, who is a project manager at JetSoft Pro, and also he is a great person with a huge experience in logistics. And in this video, he shares insights on how to properly set up data management in logistics to avoid losses and improve performance, and if possible, forecasting and tracking, etc. etc. We have very interesting conversation today, so please follow us on YouTube to stay in touch with new updates from technology industry. So let's start from probably the most general question from this interview. Please explain how exactly data management works in logistics. What information do logistics company collect and why do they need it?
Okay. In logistics, data management is the heart of keeping things moving smoothly. Companies track a range of data, inventory levels, for example, so they know exactly how much stock is available and can avoid both shortage and overstock. They also keep tabs on orders and shipments in real time, which helps with managing orders, status, and tracking location. Then there's customer and supplier information, which is essential for understanding preference and maintenance reliable partnerships. Logistic company analyze road and delivery performance to optimize road, cut fuel cost, and make sure deliveries are on time. By collecting and managing all this information, logistic firms can makes better decision, improve efficiency, reduce costs, and enhance customer satisfaction.
Think about money, and it seems that the cost of data error in logistics is very high. How much exactly company can lose due to an inadequate reporting system? From your example.
It's a good question. The cost of data errors can vary widely, but they often came with hefty price tags. In my experience, optimizing projects have brought saving ranging from 5% to as 56%.
Really?
Yeah, but when data errors creep in, the financial hit can be sustainable. For instance, mismanaging inventory might lead to stockouts or excess stock, either or which can affect customer satisfaction or lead to lost sales or increased holding costs. Shipping mistakes are another costly area. They can result in rerouting or missed deliveries, which not only add extra expenses but can also damage client relationships, their satisfaction. And when reporting gets delayed, it's the worst. Logistic routes and schedule may not be optimized, resulting in higher fuel expenses and overtime costs. So while specific losses depends on the scale of operations, it's safe to say that errors can lead from thousands to millions of dollars.
So it's pretty sensible, and in case it's connected to reputation of the company and money loss, we think about a really big need of business automation. And my following question is, what should be automated and visualized in reporting for a company that wants to avoid this extra expenses? And if you can, please share some examples from your consulting experience for logistics companies.
When I look at reporting, I think of it in three layers.
Okay.
What the owner needs to see, what C-level executives, not just logistic, but also commercial and finance folks need, and what managers need. For the owners, it's about seeing the big pictures, overall cost, profit margins, and trends over time. And they might look at metrics like cost of transportation and kilograms of goods, NAV compared to the same time last year, and projections for the next few months or years. C-level executives, on the other hand, benefit from insights that show how logistic aligns with budget forecast, as well as any financial impacts on the business. Managers need more operational details, such as KPIs, daily or weekly, and road optimization states. This way, everyone has the information they need to make informed decision that align with the company goals.
Okay, so we have several layers of reporting, and it looks like a really big data and huge amount of different information. And probably it's a huge field for mistakes. So, what reporting mistakes cause the most problems and expenses at the end for the company?
One big issue is inaccurate data entry, especially manual input is prone to errors which can throw off inventory levels, cause billing issues, and delay shipments. Another costly mistake is delaying a report, which can hinder timely decision making. And failing to track a metric like order lead time or on-time delivery rates can cause missed opportunity to improvement, which can lead both to operational and financial setbacks.
Sounds scary for anyone who wants to enter the logistics area. So, when you helped companies to automate and visualize their logistics operations and reporting, you probably need to provide them with some audition or some check out. Yes, with you need to investigate their processes to understand how it works and which area are first for improvement. So, what does a processes audit of a logistics company consist of?
A process audit generally involves a few key steps. There is an assessment of current processes to pinpoint inefficiencies or bottlenecks. Next, I look at data accuracy and reporting to see where there might be gaps or opportunities for improvement. Technology also plays a role. Evaluating tools for inventory management, order processing, and routing helps me understand if they are up to par. Feedback from stakeholders is important, crucially. It gives insight into pain points and to address where process could be streamlined. Ultimately, the goal is to provide actionable recommendations that enhance accuracy, improve efficiency, and make better use of technology.
Okay, regarding those recommendations, people say that many logistic companies start from Microsoft Excel as the main tool for collecting data, which seems not very wise idea because the amount of data comes bigger and bigger, and sometimes probably it leads to huge mistakes. So there is a moment when they need to transit from this Excel to any other reporting system. And of course, the bigger company is, the more money you need to provide this process. So what investments are needed for a logistic company to transition from this Excel or any other similar tool to a proper reporting system?
Excel is great too, but in a time it will need to improve and change to something more sophisticated. Switching from Excel to a more robust reporting system typically requires investment in a few areas. So there are the software itself. This could mean an ERP or a transportation management system specifically designed to logistics. And data from which are visualized by Power BI or other tools.
Okay.
Staff training is essential to avoid manual mistake or something like this. Employees need to understand how to use the new system efficiently. There also the data migration process, which involves transferring existing data into a new system. and ensuring it integrated well with other tools. And don't forget ongoing support and maintenance, having a team or service provider ready to handle updates and troubleshoot issue as they arise is critical.
Okay, so it seems like you need a really huge amount of money to make this transition, but I understand that it is necessary in one moment to make this change to keep up with the speed of the market. But when we are talking about ways to cut costs, and when the CEO is preparing for this logistics company shift to business automation, is it necessary to hire data specialists, or how exactly should this company prepare for the digitalization of their business, and what should they do before they start this costly process?
Hiring data specialists can definitely be beneficial as they bring expertise in data management and analysis. They immediately see what data is missing and help avoid many of previous mentioned problems. For smaller companies, so it's training existing staff or outsourcing this process might be feasible. Preparing for digitalization start with evaluating current process audit to identify where digital tools can add value. Setting clear objective for transformation like reduction cost or improving delivery times is also key. It's essential to ensure data quality. Digital systems rely on accurate data. Data cleanup is important. Finally, investing in training so staff can effectively use the new tools will help ensure a smooth transition.
Okay, that's very interesting information, and thank you for this insight. For me, that's logistic transition from analog reporting to digitalized and business automated technologies is very complicated still, but I understand that your expertise and exactly Jetsus Pro expertise in logistic industry can help our potential partners to do this transition. And please, if you need any help with software development services or related services in logistics industry, you know how to reach out to us. And please contact us through our YouTube channel or on our website. Thank you, Vladimir, for this insightful interview. It was very interesting and I believe very helpful for our audience. Thank you.
Thank you, Lina. Bye.
Bye bye.